What is going on, guys? How are we all doing? So, today we are going to be taking a look at yet another little RDA. It is a little single coil beast designed by a Japanese reviewer, and I do apologise if I've got your name pronunciation wrong here. I do apologise, dude. Ryusei Sakue, and it is the Ryugen Elder Dragon RDA by DOVPO, and it is an absolute little beast of a little single coil flavour banger RDA. Let's have a little look at that. We will drop down to the table in just a little second, and we'll show you the box, show you how it all comes presented. I'll throw a little build in it, and then we'll come back down, we'll come back up to see my lovely little face, and I'll tell you what I actually think of the device through and through. So, while I've got you all here still, guys, please don't forget to subscribe if you like the channel. If you're new here, subscribe and see more content. And don't forget to hit that notification button to keep up to date with all my latest news and reviews. Welcome to the Vapory, and I'll see you all on the table. Bye! Bye! So, let's have a little look at the packaging on the DOVPO Elder Dragon RDA. So straight away you've got a big massive window, usual DOVPO kind of box. Got all the warnings, all the names on the front. On the side you've got the attention, where it's from, where it's made, all your normal little warnings. Signature of the designer, and I'm going to try and pronounce his name, is Ryusei Sakue. I do apologise, my friend, if I've got that wrong. On the top of the box you've got your normal scratch and sniff and your colour coordination. You've got the contents of the box that contains the Elder Dragon RDA, user manual, bag of Japanese cotton, an extra drip tip, 510 drip tip adapter, extra screws, extra O-rings, I always read that as onion rings, and a packet of Captain coils. On the back you've got DOVPO and all the normal stuff, and on the bottom you've got Ryugen Elder Dragon and designed by DOVPO and Ryusei Sakue. So, DOVPO packaging still is an absolute pain to get into. Look at the state of the box that I've absolutely left it in. Obviously when it comes to you, it is all nicely presented, but after trying to get the drip tip out, after trying to get the top cap out or the deck out, you end up with a box that looks a little bit like this. So, inside the box we'll have a look at the RDA in just a second. We do get a 510 adapter, so you can use all your 510 drip tips that you do like to use. You get a spare frosted 810 goon style, really quite unique little drip tip. You get the same one on top of the RDA as well, but they're really different. They look like a 510 drip tip, but they're an 810 drip tip, and they're really comfortable to use. You do get a Allen key. You get a coily tool rip-off. And you get a spare screwdriver. Everyone's probably got a million of these. You get a user manual. You get a little baggie containing a tricore fuse Clapton. I think you get 3 in here. There's one that I've already used. Get a baggie of cotton, shoelace cotton. You'd also get spare screws, O-rings, and a squonk pin. So let's have a look at the actual RDA itself. It comes together, it comes in 2 separate pieces. You get a top cap and you get a build deck. Start with the top cap. You get a same kind of drip tip. This one is obviously colour coordinated. You get a big 810 goon style drip tip deck, I guess. You get these 2 little things here. Let's have a little closer zoom in on this. 2 big lines on here, and these things are actually really sharp. I'm not 100% sure if my one that I've got is just a production line error or it's just like Mr. Quality Control, but let me have a look at this. So if I do that, I can actually take skin off my finger. Not an awful lot, I know. I think I've dulled it down a little bit while I've been using it, but that when I first got it was really sharp. You get 2 airflow holes on either side, and inside there you get a lot of lovely doming, which is renowned for giving you really lots of beautiful flavour. The actual deck The deck's a really nice concept. It looks a little bit recurve-esque, single coil. There's not really an awful lot you can do with a single coil deck, but you do get these two big airflow slots which go down and they go right underneath the coils. Show you the trajectory there of where it's going to be. You get your 4 positive connectors, so you got your positive plate here and you've got your negative deck there with your peak insulator down the middle, and you've got a little juice reservoir. You get 2 O-rings and you get your screws, and on the bottom you get your signature of Ryu Seisakue, and you also get your DOVPO logo. One thing I found out recently, that these 2 things actually come off for cleaning and whatnot, and you just use the screwdriver that's provided and you can just unscrew that whole thing just like so. So you can use it for cleaning. Wonder how that would affect the vape performance. I must try that out. Just put it back in, just screw it in and tighten your screw down. And you just screw it back into place like so. I've just had to do a little cutscene there because I did just drop the actual screw for this and I couldn't find it anyway, so I do think that DOVPO should have included spare screws for this section of the deck. So yeah, let's piece it all together. And stick it on a mod just to have a proper little look at it. Got 22mm on the base and it comes out to about 24mm up here. And then after that it goes back down to 22mm, and you can use other drip tips on this, but I do prefer to use this one because you've got a top section of about 16mm, and other drip tips on top of this device do not look that well. Let me just put this, because I've been using a lot of single coil RDAs on here, and these one from the recurve, and just look at the overhang on it. It doesn't look very great at all. So you will be better off using one of these or one of your regular 510 drip tips that you might use. So we're just going to put a little build on this, and then we are going to have a little vape on the little fucker and see how it works in practice. Sound. So with the actual coiling on this device is really simple. You've got these 2 grooves here which are designed for your coil tool just to sit in there. You also get the little fake coily tool, and you just trim your leads off to 6mm. Unscrew the right post that you want to unscrew, slot the coil in, get it right into place, hold it down and screw it in. That's a nice big finger there, Bobo. And that is coiling done on this device. How simple is that? They sit quite high. The coils sit quite high on there, but it's perfect because the airflow off the coil goes right underneath, as you can not see with that. Airflow goes right underneath and gets the flavour absolutely everywhere. I'm going to use the shoelace cotton in this. Actually, before we do that, new coil 0.32, lower it right down. Oh, that's higher than up, innit? Lower it down to about 50 watts. Couple of little pulses. Scrape it out a little bit. That seems absolutely perfect to me. Centered it all like so. Give it a little trim down. The way I like to trim this, I like to put my scissors right to the edge and just pull out by 1mm, and that's pretty much how I like to trim all of my cotton. Just pull it all out from the centre and give it a little pull. You're then gonna give it a little fan out. I don't have my tweezers with me, so I'm gonna use this. give it a little fan out and poke it all down. Should have really brought my tweezers with me beforehand. So once you've done that, you've got your air going round and it's blocked up through the centre. So, welcome back up top, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first little bit and the second little bit as well, actually. But, so, I'm going to be taking it, asking a couple of questions, see what I think of this device. The Elder Dragon RDA by DOVPO. It is a little single coil flavour banger. It's quite ugly. It's not the prettiest RDA in the world. Same with the last review that I've just put up, the Faris, the DOVPO Faris. Boom! It's not the prettiest RDA, but oh my god, the flavour that comes off this thing is absolutely unreal. Go through a couple of pros, couple of cons with the device and what I actually think of it. So we start off with the pros, the flavour. Bush flavour is absolutely amazing. How you actually coil and wick the thing is beautiful. It's like, I think that, the wicking part and the building part was the first video that I've not sped up and put music over, because I'm not the greatest builder, I'm not the greatest wicker of all time, but it took me about 30 seconds to stick a set of coils in it and wick it. Like, you can't argue with that whatsoever. The flavour that comes off it is absolute paramount. It is crisp, clean flavour. I've got a single coil on here, a whatever, tri-core fuse collector, I think, whatever comes inside the box. Coming out at 0.34 ohms, running this on 60 watts, and like, it's amazing. The flavour is brilliant, the cloud production is fucking top. For a single coil, 60 watts, can't argue with that whatsoever. The airflow control, it's quite nice airflow control. You can close it down to one hole, which doesn't really do a lot. Just boosts the flavour a little bit and cuts down the cloud production. But it's nice and simple to use, and it locks over when it's supposed to lock over, so you're not going to be spinning it constantly. And it's also with a locking mechanism, so to get it off, that failed for me, didn't it? But to get it off the actual device is pretty easy as well. Any other pros? So, the build deck's awesome. I really like the airflow channels that go right to the coil, close it off massively, get rid of a lot of the space, so you've got nothing but flavour to come through with it. You haven't got the air just bouncing out everywhere. It comes out underneath the coils, goes over and just saturates the coil with air, and all you get is loads of amazing flavour in your mouth. Any other pros? I really like the drip tip. At first, when I first seen it, I didn't like it. It looked pretty ugly. But as with the style of the device, it's not to my taste whatsoever with the actual visual aspects of it. But the drip tip is gorgeous. It feels really comfortable in your mouth. You can vape on it all day, no problem. You're not going to get like lockjaw or something, do you know what I mean? Building it's really easy, coiling it's really easy. And it's got also got a couple of really interesting features. The fact with, I've just pointed out, with the airflow slots, something I've never seen before, not to that extent anyway, so thumbs up for that. Cons, it's ugly, and I pointed it out in the earlier download section. These two, I don't know if this is going to pick it up here, let me see. No. Is it going to pick it up? No, it's not picking it up, but the two grooves that come out from either airflow slot and onto the other airflow slot, they're really sharp. Like, really, really sharp, man. I'm not sure whether that's just a quality control issue or it's meant to be that sharp just to keep you on your toes, but either way, that's a bit of a con. The overall, like, look on it, I'm not a fan of it. That's a subjective con to me. But overall, the actual device, in terms of performance, it's pretty much flawless. I'd have liked to see a couple of extra screws for the removable airflow slots, but that's another pro, that you can actually remove them and clean them properly rather than just like struggling with it while you're trying to clean down your atomizer. But the fact that you can remove them is a bit of a pro. But then at the flip side of the same coin, it's a bit of a con that they don't include spare screws. At least one spare screw, because if you're anything like me, big clumsy fucker, you're gonna lose a couple of screws, especially if you're like, oh yeah, I can take this out, oh, it's fucking gone, do you know what I mean? But yeah, they're the only two real cons. Overall, it's absolutely amazing. I've enjoyed using it for the past week or so. Big shout out to Jamie for lending me his device. Also for the Faris as well, that was also with. So thank you very much for lending them to me. I do massively appreciate it. Any content is good content for the channel. Thank you, dude. But yeah, overall, I'm going to give this device an 8 out of 10. It's losing a point because it's fuck ugly, and it's losing a point because of the air screw. Not having correct, adequate amount of spares, because people are gonna lose that, and you're a bit fucking up shit's creek then, do you know what I mean? It's getting a pro for the flavour, it's getting a pro for the vapor production, it's getting a pro for the ease of build, it's getting a pro for just being fucking awesome. It is one of the best single coil flavour RTAs that I've came across. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't quite beat the recurve. I've mentioned the recurve so many times in the last couple of videos, but everything's so there. But the recurve for me is still the best single coil flavour atomizer on the market. Might not be everyone's cases, but as you all know, it's all subjective. So what I like, you might not like. What you like, she might not like. And what she might not like, your dog might not like. But don't be going feeding your dog e-liquid, man, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that has been the Ryugen Elder Dragon RDA by DOVPO and Ryu Seisakue. I do hope I've got that right. I hope you all enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, give us a little thumb up. If you didn't, give us a little thumb down. Drop us a comment on any of your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe if you've not already done so. Enjoying the little VPUNKS army. Right, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! See you in a bit, guys.